Hello and welcome to Imaginations from the UMAC Futures. My name is Zhao Ke from the Electronic Science and Technology Museum, University of Electronic Science and Technology of China in Chengdu, Sichuan, China. I'm also working as the co-chair of the UMAC Futures, which is an organization for young scholars from university museums around the world. In our Imaginations project, we make online talks with young scholars from different university museums, from different countries and districts to listen to the voice, to follow the imaginations from the future. It's like the description and observation of the current image by the young scholars to re-image and reconstruct the university museum community after the pandemic. We hope it brings more hope, more energy and vitality. Today, for now, we have interviewed 6 speakers and posted the videos on UMAC website and the YouTube channel. Today, we are going to talk with a speaker from Senegal, Mohamadou Moustapha Dieye. Let's welcome him. Mohamadou is the heritage manager in charge of the administration, public relations, and the programmers of the Théodore Museum of Africa Art, which is a part of the Fundamental Institute of Black Africa. So, Mohamadou, could you please say hello to the audience and give us a brief introduction of yourself and your institutions? Please, Mohamadou.
Good morning. My name is Mohamadou Moustapha Dieye.
Mohamadou, you can introduce more about yourself and your institutions for the audience.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. My name is Mohamadou Moustapha Dieye. I am heritage manager in IFA Théodore Museum of African Art in Senegal. I'm a member of the ICOM Senegalese board and the UMAC community. I'm a young member of UMAC, and I had of a university collection. I want to integrate UMAC. Yes. I have a master degree in history with specialized in prehistory, archaeology, and medieval history. He is I am a curator of heritage manager in charge of the administration, public relation, and program in the IFA Théodore Museum of Art, African Art. I have a deputy secretary general of the ICOM Senegal. The museum.
Is that all, or you have more introduction, Mohamadou?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Okay, the Théodore of Africa Art Museum formerly is a museum of a fundamental institute of Black Africa in IFA Museum of Africa in Senegal. It is one of the old art museum in the West Africa. It was sponsored by Leopold Sédar Senghor, the country's first president. In December 2007, his officially title was changes to Théodore Monod Museum of African Art after French naturalists Théodore André Monod, former director of IFAN. The museum is part of the Fundamental Institute of Black African. Today is one of the most prestigious center of the study of African culture, and is a part of Cheikh Anta Diop University.
All right, Mohamadou, there is something wrong with the wireless signal. Okay, can you hear me now? It's I think it's more clear. You can hear me, right, Mohamadou?
It's a connection.
Yes, yes. Okay. 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 I think the signal is better now, right?
Is not good.
Is it better now? I can see the signal is Yeah, no, not great. So I suppose it's better now. Okay. And if you can hear me clearly, well, move on to the next process. All right. Are you ready, Mohamadou?
Come back. The connection was not good.
Yes, and now I can hear you clearly. It's better this time. You connect the same signal or a different one.
I connected the SIM. Yeah, mobile phone.
Okay. All right. So let's move on. Okay. I think it's yeah. I think it's okay now. It's all right. Okay. So just now you give us a brief introduction of yourself and your institution, and because of the bad signal, I couldn't hear clearly, but I will end the sentences and the introduction on the screen after our interview. Okay, Mohamadou. Okay. So I'm so delighted to have you here today to share your ideas and your research about university museums, especially the Africa art in your institution. And we have just 4 questions for you. We have 4 questions for all the speakers in our online interview. The first one is, what is the specific project or program you are working on right now, and why?
At the moment, we are working on a project to exhibit ceramic and digitalize the collection, the museum collection, because the coronavirus is a problem for the conservation and the valorization of the collection. And now we are unprepared the digitalization of the collection of the museum for the exhibition of the ceramic.
Okay. So does your museum open now, or it's just closed for the public?
It's open. It's open in open.
It
Yes.
opens every day, right?
Huh?
It opens. What? It opens every day to the public, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you are figure something out to connect more people or more students or children to your museum using digitalizing technology, right?
Yes, it's the people and the student and the tourists coming to visit the exhibition, and the digitalization. It's a project. Is a project of the future for the digitalized old connection for the conservation, and we are use this for the exhibition and the base of données.
Okay, all right, and let's move to the second question. I think it's connected to something just now you mentioned. If you are curating an exhibition and you are creating something about the exhibition, right? What object do you want to connect or display most related to the past 2 years experience? Because in the past 2 years, we have experienced a lot when we were facing with COVID-19. And which object do you want to connect or display most?
It's the African art collection. In the museum, we are conserving the object of all African country, and we are going to. There are object, and we are choosing the object of in our collection. And we are doing an exhibition for the peoples and the students, for the visitors and the students.
Yes, and in your connection, in the connection of your exhibition, which one do you like most? Can you tell us a little bit more about the specific object?
We will show the emblematic object of the museum that numbers the creativity of African society, and more we can to make an exhibition of craft creating in the fighting against COVID-19. And the artist who is creating the dispositive of mask, and this the African artist create the mask and to fighting the pandemic. And after we are doing this, we are collecting all this mask and doing an exhibition.
All right, get it. So you like the craft, something about kind of mask, right? By the African artist. Yes, I think
yes.
sometimes it reflects some situation when the human beings faced with the difficult times, difficult situations. How can we fight against them? Okay, and I think it reflects the history and inspire us at present. Okay, thank you for the second question.
The dialogue in the past and the present, we are doing an exhibition.
Yes, and let's move to the third question. When the COVID-19 is completely gone, what are you going to do most related to the university museums?
We will work more of the digitalization of the collection, because it is a collection, university collection, to make them more accessible for the people, to the public, and to the student and the research.
Okay, thank you. So you would like to do more digitalization to protect your connection, and furthermore to attract more people, tourists, to access them, right? Yes, that's great, and that is also an opportunity the COVID-19 brought to us, right? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Let's move to the last question, the fourth one. It's a kind of a relay question. I call it question in a bottle, sort of message in a bottle, you know, float from one country to another one. And the question is from the last speaker, Holly Millward from the Macquarie University History Museum, Australia. The last question is from her. She asked, how can university museums continue and ensure to be places of learning, research, and cultural exchange for all people, with this growing issue of authority dismissing and removing humanities and art?
For me, the university museum, by becoming open space opening a space with the mission of promoting research and creating. For me, yes,
so
with open space and promoting the research and creating. For me.
Okay, so in the future you would like to keep creating, right? Keep creating kind of digitalization of the connection or something like that, and to maintain to be the great place of learning, research, and cultural exchange, right? And I have another question. If we have more and more digitalization things, like we can use some technology, we can just click on the phone or pen, so we can touch, or we can turn the object in the museum, the 3D object. How can people get outside of their home to the museum, because they can just stay in their house, stay in their home, stay in the school to see, to watch, or to touch the object. How can you control the balance between technologies and the question proposed by Holy Millward?
I don't say this. What do you say?
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I mean, if we use more and more technologies, more and more digitalizations,
yes,
people can just stay in their home, stay in their house, and they do not go to museum, right? So how can you balance the technology and the attraction of the real museum, the real object? Okay.
Is the connection the problem of the connection?
Yes, I know. It's all right, Mohamadou. Okay, so it's at the end of the interview, you have answered the question of Holy Millward, right? And for the next speaker, maybe she or he is from Brazil or Spain. Yes, we have not decided yet. What is your question to the next speaker? You can propose one question for them.
Was how can we make university collection more accessible? Is my question. How can we make university collection more accessible?
More accessible, right? Okay, get it. Okay, so we'll ask the question in January. At that time, we will have a next speaker. Okay, so it was really a fruitful talk with you, Mohamadou. Thank you so much. And of course, thanks to our audience. Hope they enjoyed and join us next time. At last, I would like to say UMAC Futures, we are coming. That's all from me today. See you next time.